Okay, I'm actually going to hit start recording this time. I want to make a quick video about these two helmets that I have here. This being a late 80s, early 90s Protec, good for Gothic Serpent, Delta Force. And this being a knockoff. This is a period knockoff, however. This is a Triple8 helmet. And sometimes you'll find these pop up. People won't know what helmet they have. It's just a vintage skateboard helmet. And I think for some people, this is a good enough substitute helmet. So we'll go over some details here to see if you think this is good enough for you. Big shout out to the Gear Locker for getting me to finally start this kit. I had a Ranger kit, and I always wanted to step up to a Delta kit. He put out a great series of videos. I will link his channel in the description. He does some wonderful stuff. The only downside is that he inspired me to finish this kit. He also inspired a lot of other people. I'll say I've already made some friends through Facebook groups and Discords and stuff. He only had, last I checked, like 18 paid Patreons, so fucking go there, check his channel out, join his Patreon if you think he's cool. But these helmets, which were already hard to find, are getting even harder to find. Actually, one of my buddies swooped in and took a helmet out from under me on eBay that I tried to bid on. He bid on it faster. I actually messaged the seller to ask to only buy the helmet because it was in a lot, and he just bought the whole lot. He didn't wait to ask. So that's all good. He's selling me the helmet he had before, so it all works out. But we're not talking about that helmet. We're talking about these two. So right off the bat, looking at the top here, the hole pattern is pretty much the same, although there's slight differences in the cut of the holes. But one thing of note is they both have this center seam down the helmet. You can really see it on the back of this helmet, and of course this helmet's like messy. You can just see it everywhere. The main difference on the top, though, is you'll see this one is a very flat cut, and this one, the Triple8, this is a beveled hole in the middle. It goes inward slightly. Now, if you were to put like a strobe beacon on top, you're never going to see that. So again, this whole thing is up to you. I just want to show you the differences and let you decide what you want more. Let's go around to the back of the helmet and the front of the helmet. The back, let me just grab these here in a way that I can hold them both up. You can see the differences in the, sorry about that shadow there, that's my camera's shadow. The differences in the shape of the back, very similar. Rivet placement is very similar. They both kind of flare out the same amount. Sorry, I'm just getting used to working with a overhead camera. So you'll see they both kind of flare out the same. The holes, this one again has a very like straight beveled look, where these on the back are actually rounded. They're a single step down and then rounded. So, but again, if you're putting your battery pack on the back here, you're only going to see about half of each hole anyways. So that might be good enough for you because the battery pack will cover a chunk of each hole. The front is more of the same as far as the holes go. So these ones are just almost like a slight bevel inward. It looks almost like they were drilled straight through, and these angles are just the end result, but they're not rounded. You could round these. You could take a Dremel in there and round them out to make them look a little bit better. That's the front. That, again, you might have a night vision mount there, but you might not. So that's something to consider, whether you want to round them out, if it's worth it. Or again, these are almost a little step down and then rounded. The front doesn't have as much of a step, but you can kind of see it right in here. Where's my finger at? No, other side. You can kind of see there's a step there. Or maybe it's more on this side. It's more on this side. Hard to tell. Hard to get the right space. But I think if you just took like a Dremel with a small routing bit, you could round the front and back holes out, and you'd have a close enough proximity. Let's look at the ear cuts. Proximity was the wrong word, but it doesn't matter. Ear cuts are quite similar, as is the rivet placement. The camera would stay focused for long enough to be for me to position these. Very similar ear cuts, very similar brow. Again, this is a period knockoff of the Protec. The purple one being the Protec, the white being the knockoff. I do not have the sticker. I do not have a sticker from inside of this. It came with a sticker. It fell out. It's on the floor somewhere in this room. And the sticker did say Triple8 on it. That's how I know it's a Triple8. This one came, the seller did not know what helmet they had. It's very hard to tell. But these stickers inside, you see they got that bit of red text on them. It's in the shade. How do I get it out of the... Like I said, I'm practicing on these overhead cam right now. So you can see a little hint of red in the corner of that one. There's a little bit more on this sticker. It's going to be really difficult to show you because I can't see inside right now. These were a little bit more clear, but I had to wash the helmet because it was... The inside of this helmet was full of rust. Flicking off from these. Something else I'll show you on this helmet. These are quite... The webbing is fairly stiff. Where it's one row, it's fairly flexible. But anywhere where it's like stitched and tight, it gets stiffer. This does have the Protec, the correct Fastex buckle on it. If I can get the camera to focus so closely. I need more lights in here. Probably the first change I'm making. There it was. It was there for a second. Yeah, so that's a Fastex buckle. Obviously, this one is not going to be a Fastex buckle as it is a knockoff. You see, this is a much more flexible. It may just be the condition these were stored in, to be honest. But this is just a generic buckle. So, obviously, the chin straps could be replaced in both. You could take this and just put a Fastex buckle on it if you really wanted that look. You can still buy them. They're still available. Readily available out there on eBay. Let me grab a little ruler here so I can give you some dimensions. So this Fastex buckle is about 2.4 centimeters or 24 millimeters across. So convert that to inches and you'll find your Fastex buckle. This one is just about the same, although this one's more like shaped. This one gets thinner. This one kind of keeps its size. But that's just a quick overview of these two helmets. I'm actually getting a third helmet now, that should have foam in it. Like I said, my buddy's selling me his helmet. I just paid him. Well, I think I paid him over PayPal, and I had to cut a little bit off because of the fee, but that doesn't matter. I'll finish paying him back later. Yeah, so up to you. Is the Triple8 close enough? I think for me personally, it probably would be. It's got the right shape. If you could clean this, round these holes out a little bit better, or round the edges off on the holes a little bit better, and cover the top hole, I think this would be a really good start, especially if you changed out the buckle for a Fastex. I'd want one in better condition. Oh yeah, the rivets. The rivets on this helmet are wrong, so you do have to replace these rivets. I didn't think of that right away because this helmet doesn't have any either, so I have to replace them regardless. I mean, this is literally a fucking bolt, and it's so rusted on the inside I can't get it out right now. I'm gonna have to Dremel that off or something. But yeah, if you're okay replacing the rivets and replacing the buckle on the white helmet here, you could get it much cheaper. You can just look up vintage helmets on eBay, skateboard helmet on eBay. Even some people have listed these as what they are, which is a Triple8 helmet. It just gives you more options, I think. So we're getting close to 10 minutes here. I don't want to make too long a video. So that's it. That's the main differences here. The overall shape is very good. I think they just got one of these and cloned it, and they did the holes a little bit different so it wasn't exact. But I think that's all fixable. I think if your budget, it's much better to get one of these Triple8s than to get a modern Protec. I think that would do you much better. Yeah, obviously you have to, clean and sand, clean, prime, paint, all that work. But that goes for both of these. So that's it. We're just about 10 minutes. So I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. And again, go check out the Gear Locker, YouTube, Discord, Patreon. He's a cool guy. He replies to chats. He only has a handful of paid Patreons. He deserves more. So, thanks for watching.